like to call the Monday, May 20th, 2019 board meeting into session. Could we all please stand and pledge to the flag? I'd like to welcome everyone here this evening. It's a pleasure to see so many people here to honor our outstanding students here and recognize things that they're doing throughout the district and families along with that. So thank you for being with us this evening. I understand this 5:30 session is the first session. After this, we're going to have another session at 6 o'clock of additional students, which is awesome. So thank you for being with us this evening. We're going to move right along to presentations, and at this time, I'm going to call Student Council Representative Ella Longnecker to the podium.
So 2 weeks ago, the Student Council got to help out with public care. We went around with other students and helped deliver orders to the other classes. The money raised was from one of our seniors here at the high school, Mrs. Tracy. During our meeting, new officers were elected into council for Student Council. So for the 2019-2020 school year, Katie Morris is the vice president, Kaya Hepler is the secretary, Brooke Boyd is communications, Elizabeth Knapp is the treasurer, Emily Burko is the Lebanon and Lancaster representative, myself as president, and with me tonight, Morgan Hickenat as the officer at large.
Myself and Ella will be attending the meetings for next year. We have new things planned for the next school year and cannot wait to share them with you. We want to thank you again for all the support and trust you've had in us this school year. We knew the conference was going to be a large task, but knew we could handle it. We couldn't have done it without you. We also would like to thank all of our principals for the continued support they give us. They push us to be stronger leaders throughout the school. The 2018-2019 school year was one to remember. Thank you.
Thank you for the update. And as usual, we appreciate all that you do. We have a very active student council that we're very proud of. So thank you for all your hard work. And I believe the new officers will have big shoes to fill. So thank you for being with us. Moving along, Mrs. Ashley Shade from American Heart Association is here to recognize student fundraising efforts for American Heart Association for all 4 of our elementary schools. Welcome.
Thank you. Good evening, school board members. I'd like to start for a moment by glancing back at last school year because we have a very special award to present that we couldn't do at the end of last year because it's not final yet. But Ebenezer Elementary School for last school year ended as number 9 in the entire nation for fundraising for their Jump Rope for Heart event, which is now named Kids Heart Challenge. But I believe
tremendous. And we appreciate very much all the hard work that's put in by everyone that makes this happen. So thank you. And to the King of Hearts, I know that that is a very competitive thing, and you did an outstanding job again this year. So thanks again for representing us very well. And now I'll call Coach Bear to the podium, who will be presenting state qualifying track and field athletes.
So we can have all the state qualifiers from the track and field team please come forward. I want to take a moment and congratulate everyone else who is here tonight, being honored in so many different ways. I want to especially congratulate Coach Rohrbach. Coach Rohrbach, great tennis season. I want you to know I applied for the assistant tennis coach position, so it's not on the board notes, so hopefully they'll get me in for next year. Coach Rohrbach and I go a long way back, and it's always great to see his team do so well. He's a great, great guy. So here you go, our track and field state qualifiers, and what a weekend we had up at Shippensburg University. Just real quick, as far as the team went, our girls, great season, Lebanon County Championships for the 4th consecutive year, and the boys, Lebanon County Champions for the 22nd consecutive year. Just an awesome, awesome performance from them. There were trials and tribulations, as everybody knows, as we went through this year. We adopted the theme Iron Sharpens Iron, but then we adopted the theme #TeamTiff, and they embraced my wife's fight, her spirit, and her courage, and these young men and women have far exceeded the expectations that we had for them, and now we are going to finish strong moving on to the state championships. I want to thank the parents for being here tonight. They have been an incredible source of motivation and inspiration for the young people you see here, and a great source of support for our coaching staff. So when I call your name, please step forward. Here we go. Alex Miller, junior high hurdler. Real quick, his story. To get into the final, you got to run a trial, you got to run a semifinal. Every 100th of a second counts, and it certainly did for this young man. He edged down a boy from Mannheim Central for the last qualifying spot in the final on Saturday. So if he runs 100 slower and the other boy runs 100 faster, he's out. But he got in. Top 6 make it to states. So all I'm thinking, man, all he's got to do is beat 2 guys and we're going to the state championships. So they're on the line, all of a sudden, bang, bang, there's a false start. 1 guy's out. Now we're down to 7. All he has to do is beat 1 guy and he's going to state. They get on the line, bang, bang, another false start. So automatically he's in the top 6. All he has to do is not false start and finish the race, and that's exactly what he did. He made his trip to states in that semifinal when he beat a great senior hurdler and a bunch of guys from Mannheim Central and other places. So junior Alex Miller. Amber Levengood. She is a senior captain. Probably tell that she's a high jumper. On Saturday she got 4th place. Jumped 5 feet 1 inch. Her career best is 5 feet 3 inches, and I know she's excited to be competing this weekend. Amber Levengood. Gwyneth Young. So Gwyneth qualified for 2 events this coming weekend, but we decided to go with 1. It's tough to double at the state championships. In the 2 miles, she got 4th place, 10 minutes, 35 seconds. Yes, Dr. Domensik, you heard that right. We're going to have a match race after this. You against Gwyneth.
1 mile.
Okay. Gwyneth, he'll run 1. You got to run 2. Can you take him? 10:35, breaking her own school record, and then she ran the mile the next day, placing 3rd at 4:53, breaking her own school record as well. So obviously we're excited what's going to happen this weekend. Gwyneth Young. Deasia Holloman, senior, going to Millersville University next fall. Really excited for what she did this past weekend. 3rd place in the high hurdles, 14.84, breaking her own school record, and she's set up nicely for a great finish this coming weekend. Deasia Holloman. Shayla Bonzalez. Now, if any of you are following me on Twitter, don't forget it, @Coach_Bear. You want to follow me. I finally got with the ways of the young people. We posted something about Shayla this past weekend. We call her Cedar Crest's Iron Woman. She ran the 400, 57.20, tied her school record, got 3rd place, punched her ticket to states. So she's running that this weekend. An hour later, she ran the half mile, the 800, 2:18.28, broke her own school record. About 25 minutes later, she runs the 200 because she qualified for that. Got 7th place, 26.16. And then about a half an hour later, anchored our 4x4 to 14th in the district. She is an iron woman, Shayla Bonzalez. Anna Wolfling, senior captain. She'll be going to Millersville in the fall, doing track and field. You rooming with DD? Oh man, that RA is going to be in trouble. Hannah got 2nd place in our district championship, 131 feet 7 inches. She's got a great seed for the state championships coming on. This was a transfer several years ago, and one of the best transfers we've ever had. She's done everything for us, and she is going to be sorely, sorely missed. Hannah Wolford. And finally, our boys, 2-mile relays. Let me call your name so they know who you are. Ryan Chicatano, he's a junior. William Sheffield, junior. Jake Barrett, senior captain. Nate Shutter, senior captain. These boys came into the meet, seated 3rd, and it was going to be a knockdown, drag-out fight. There's about 6 or 7 teams that could have taken the championship. Ryan Chicatano leads us off at 157.5, gives us the lead. Sheffield runs 2 flat, keeps the lead. Jake Barrett breaks the race wide open, 157.8. And Nate Shutter, even though he had about a 3 or 4 second lead, and I'm yelling, control, control. That means not too fast. He went out in 54.7. He finished in 155 point something. They ran 7:51. They ran 8 seconds faster than they ever had before. They won the race by 5 seconds. I just want to say something about these guys. They're district champions. They're number 55, 56, 57, 58 in school history as a district champion. It's hard to be a district champion, especially in AAA. Tennis team knows all about that. They're going to tell you about that in a moment. But these young men have come together like very few relay teams have come together at Cedar Crest. And you, if you've been on this board for a while, you know we're all about relays. We're all about the team. They are going to finish strong this coming weekend. They're set up nicely for a big, big performance. They're chasing our school record of 7:43. Tell you what, boys, you can do it. District champs. Thank you.
Thank you, Coach Bear, for all your dedication and effort, and to our students, what a terrific job. Congratulations to all of you. Now, Coach Mr. Rohrbach, who will present the state qualifying boys tennis team.
We have seniors, Jackson Marika, Adam Brightville, Enzo Emmerich, Justin Hilty, Bruno Scavaline, and Mirage Gabani. Juniors Dylan Tall, Miles Engler, and Gavin Howard, and freshman Garrett Marika. So let's give a nice round of applause for the kids. And before I let these guys sit down this weekend, Jackson Marika and Dylan Tall were district champions this past weekend as a doubles team. Really unselfishly put their singles aspirations on hold to join up because they both have finished runner-up as singles, district runner-up in the tournament the last 2 years. Came together, won the district championship as a doubles team. And go on this weekend. Really high hopes of making it to Saturday and seeing what we can do. So looking forward to their congratulations to Jack and Bill on their individual efforts. Yes.
you, Coach Orbaugh, and to the students, congratulations on your accomplishments. We've been following you and you've done an outstanding job, so thank you and congratulations to you and your parents. Now I'm going to call Mr. James Waldron to the podium, who will be presenting Apollo Award nominees for the fall play, The Musical Comedy Murders of 1940.
School board members. Created in 2008, the Hershey Theater Apollo Awards are presented annually to recognize the achievement by local high schools, students in their musical and play productions. This program was modeled after the Tony Awards on Broadway, and it's produced and presented by the Hershey Theater Department of Education. 7 trained evaluators are sent to each school production. The highest scoring individuals in shows and categories become the nominees of those categories. Depending on the score breakdown, each category may have anywhere from 4 to 7 nominees. The highest scoring individual in show in each category will win the award. So this year we presented the musical comedy Murders of 1940. That was in early December 2018, with a cast of 10 extremely talented actors and actresses and a technical stage crew of 8. The production received nominations for Best Play,
No, I haven't.
Best Actor, who joins me up here this evening. Best Actress, Brooke Hollenarm, who joins me up here this evening. Best Supporting Actor, Aaron Saccone, who was not able to make it tonight. And also an honorable mention to Nicole Kahn for Best Lead Actress. So please join me in congratulating these
No, I didn't do anything.
students for their impressive display and their award nominations. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Waldron, and congratulations to our 2 students. Dr. Christopher Campbell will now have a presentation and recognition.
Good afternoon to our district administration and board of school directors. The hit orchestra for the high school musical Sound of Music this past March was also nominated for an Apollo Award. And I have 2 members of that evening members sitting group up here with me this evening, Rachel Park and Kaya Hepler. Our pit orchestra is part of a team that includes the entire cast and crew. Mrs. Pierce, our director, and also Mr. Dave Reinstein, who served as our accompanist. It is as a whole team that this nomination was possible. We all look forward already to our show in 2020, which at this point is a closely guarded secret. We want to thank you for this recognition and for your time in recognizing the pit orchestra. I also have the pleasure of presenting to you Ms. Rachel Harvey, who recently represented Cedar Grove High School at the All-State Orchestra Festival in Pittsburgh. This journey for her started in December when she took the competitive audition, qualifying her for PMEA District 7 Orchestra. From there, she placed in the top percentage of the section and advanced to private lessons and trying to find a balance of music, schoolwork, and other extracurricular activities. I am proud to serve as her orchestra director and to offer my support in her individual accomplishments. Please join me in congratulating Reagan for this outstanding achievement.
Thank you, Dr. Campbell. And thank you to who joined into the music after the athletes. So we have all around talent here, and we're so proud of everyone that's here that you can be recognized for that. Mrs. Kristen Opresta, who will be presenting John Gibbons Scholastic Polkey Award recipient.
older sister Claire. I had known John since he walked into my classroom in late August of 2018. Actually, that's 7 years.
Okay.
Still alive in school, but I apologize. When he walked into my honors English 10 class, a shy sophomore. Throughout the course, I got to know John, and he's an incredible young man. This year, though I do not have him in class, when he saw me out as a reader for some of his fictional works in preparation for sending them off to some competition, at first I was delighted.
says I have all
And even though I'm a 15-year veteran of teaching, I silently questioned, am I going to be able to actually help him because he's a fantastic writer? I was awed that he would select me to be his mentor. He first asked me to read the story, The Dollhouse Rebellion. I was blown away. The story was gripping, evocative, and unusual. It was haunting and beautiful and original. Writes with the grace of a much older, more mature writer, something you might see at your local Barnes & Noble or Amazon top recommended for John entered the Dollhouse Rebellion into the Scholastic Art and Writing Competition. This competition judges writing pieces on their originality, technical skill, and emergence of a person's voice or vision. The judges saw how special John's piece was and awarded him the Gold Key, as well as nominated John for the American Voices in Vision Award. The Gold Key is awarded to the very best work submitted by local programs. The Gold Key Award winners are automatically considered for national level recognition. To be nominated for the American Voices in Vision Award, that meant John's work was one of the best out of 5 chosen from across all categories and grades. His Dollhouse Rebellion is considered best in show in the South Central region. To put this in perspective, in 2019, his work was chosen out of 5 other ones, out of nearly 3,000 other submissions. Submissions are juried by the luminaries in the literary arts, some of whom are past award recipients. His work is exceptional, and I'm proud to say that others who have read his work realize how special and outstanding it is. Most recently, John has been selected as a contributor for the 2019 edition of The Apprentice Writer, which is a literary magazine published by the Writers Institute at Susquehanna University. It annually features the best writing and illustrations from secondary schools throughout the United States and abroad. I'm pleased and honored to present John. It's my pleasure to know him, teach him, and mentor him. He is an outstanding example of what it means to be a talker. He is dedicated, hardworking, and resolute. His quiet demeanor and shy confidence are just a few of the very positive traits that make him an amazing student and person. I am confident that I will see his name in literary magazines or on a potentially glossy cover in years.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Zapreska, and to John. Congratulations. That resume is just awesome. So thank you for being with us. I think we've heard a lot about you, and it's very impressive. I'm going to ask Dr. Domestic if he has any other comments, and after the comments, then we will take a short break to congratulate our award winners.
Thank you, Mrs. Schlegel, and once again, thank you to all of you
I'm
for
gonna play
coming out
something
this
live
evening,
as soon as he
giving
does
us
that.
an opportunity to recognize
And I'll
all
throw
of
the music in there.
areas in which our students excel. That's the great thing about Cornwall-Lebanon is there's so many different areas, and to see that here tonight is another example of all the great students and families that we have. So thank you very much for being here. We do have a lot of activities here through the school year, and for those of you seniors, commencement is only a week away. You can graduate on May 31st, so I think it's something you're very much looking forward to. But once again, we thank you for coming. We actually please stick around for a few moments as members of the board can come out and greet and
Odyssey of Mind. I really love competition day. That's probably one of the biggest parts of Odyssey of Mind because that's what you prepare for all year long. You prepare for your skit by choosing what problem you want to do, making your script, and building your set. You also prepare for spontaneous, which is the second part of competition day, where you answer a hands-on or verbal question. You answer as creatively as possible, and then the judges score your answers or the structure that you built and decide which team gets to qualify.
Hello, I am Max Wilcock. I am 14 years old. I've been in the Odyssey of Mind program for and he had to have solve a creative solution, and that creative solution would become one of his inventions, except this one would be debunked by a naysayer, and there would be a few other things, like representations of his works, like pictures and invention, but this debunked invention had a few requirements, and one of them being that it was one that was created later on in modern times.
Hi, I'm Claire Wilson. I'm in 7th grade and I've been in Odyssey of Mind for 5 years. Our solution used a farm setting where our patient character, who was Leo's mom, would present a problem that her pigs couldn't digest the food she was given. Leo would create a blender invention that would blend the pig's food, but then be developed by his cousin, Dan Brown, because he was jealous of him. Hi, I am Anna Thielen. I am 12 years old, and this is my second year of OM. As Max mentioned, we had to make some other works of art, and one of them being The Last Supper. So for this piece, we couldn't use any art materials, so we decided we would use food. And some of the food we used was syrup, Nutella, icing, and some spices. And we used gloss spray to insert all this food into this painting. Hi, my name is Lila Reeser. I am 12 years old, and this is my 4th year of OM. Another work of art we did was a citadel house. At first, he painted it all over the room, including the top. So we made a tree that was 3-dimensional, and we made an umbrella to act like the roof. Hi, I'm Brooke Zimmerman. This would be my 3rd year doing Odyssey of the Mind, and I am 13 years old. Our third invention was basically a miscellaneous. You could choose whichever item you wanted created by Leonardo da Vinci. So we decided to make his robot guide. It was originally a sketch that was made to run around in basically like a parade. It was a huge marionette, and that was the purpose of entertainment. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen of the board, thank you so much for having us tonight. I'm Becky Mace, and I am one of the coaches of the high school Odyssey of the Mind team, Vinci Deep Dish, along with Karen Better, my assistant coach. In true high school fashion, we've got about 4 out of 7 of our kids here tonight, other commitments. So thank you for your time. On our team is Megan Heeman, Ford Starks, Emma Nace, Eva Brasfield, Zach Clayman, Steph Garcia, and Megan Better. I'm going to turn it over to 2 of the team members to tell you about our presentation.
Good evening. I'd like to start off by thanking everyone who's helped us along our creative journey. Thank you, the board, for giving us this time to talk about our Odyssey of the Mind year. Huge thanks as well to our parents for putting up with our crazy schedules, long hours, and lots of complaining. And finally, a big thank you to our wonderful coaches who have helped us through everything, the breakdowns in the middle of practices, prizes, pushing us to be our best, even competition-based snacks. Thank you.
Okay, so this year our prompt was called Leonardo's Workshop, and we had to show Leonardo da Vinci, played by Tiffany, and our take on his workshop. Leonardo must create an invention that solves a problem brought to him by a patient character, Zach Hogan, who's not here. This invention must later be debunked by a naysayer character, He-Man. Our workshop was a pizzeria where Da Vinci dedicated his life to making pizzas. In this shop, Da Vinci has two kitchen staffers, Megan Freeman and Evelyn Weiss. The problem that will be brought to Da Vinci will be by a mother who has many rambunctious children, one is played by Steph Garcia, and has difficulty taking them out to eat. Da Vinci will end up inventing a delivery system. However, the naysayer, who is another of the mother's children, will highlight many of the system's flaws, and Da Vinci will scratch the idea. Along the way, Da Vinci will meet some interesting customers, including the lady with the ermine, inspired by one of Da Vinci's paintings, played by Eva Russell.
So while this plot is taking place, we have to show 3 of Da Vinci's works in a unique way. One had been created using an unconventional medium. So continuing the pizzeria theme, we made the Mona Lisa out of expired kitchen spices. And then the second work had to be a 3D representation. And so we took the painting of St. John the Baptist and made it into a sculpture that was used as a take a number stamp. And then the last work of art was our Team Chosen recreations. We decided to take the Last Supper and make it out of dyed pastas. These works were challenging a lot of the time, but in the end, they're a key part of our success.
This year is our second time advancing to states, and once again, we had an awesome time. We bonded as a team, and we had fun while doing it, but unfortunately, we will not be moving on to the world competition, but we did have a lot of great experiences along the way, and that'll help us moving forward. Thank you for your time and allowing us to share this with you.
Thank you to our advisors of the Odyssey of the Mind and to the students that were just recognized. Congratulations. Well done. Now we're going to move to Odyssey of the Mind coaches who will present the world's qualifying Odyssey of the Mind.
Okay. I'm not going to put the students on the spot. This is their very first year competing in Odyssey of the Mind, and they've gone all the way up to the World Finals, so we're extremely excited about that. Today, they got to show their presentation to the school. They did extremely well, and their structure held 940 pounds, and it was a 15-gram structure, which is about 5 pieces of paper. I'm going to have them say their names, and we'll go with, please start. What is your name? Are you going to come up? Okay.
My name is Nate Lamb.
Okay. You guys can just say it right there, okay?
Hi, I'm Aiden Davis.
Okay. We have 1 second grader, 4 fourth graders, and 1 fifth grader. And with the structure this year, they had to toss a structure using a carnival game. And he just wanted to let me tell you that Cameron, well, is not here today. She wasn't able to make it. Anyway, the structure had to be tossed using a carnival game, and it had to go over a 2-foot hurdle and land on a hard floor prior to placing it on the tester and putting weights on top of it. It required a lot of engineering. The builders were Abby and Wyatt, and they used countless hours. And just to give you an idea, they had, just to get to world competition, there's a second part of the competition called spontaneous problems, which many of you know about. And so we have to practice spontaneous besides practicing the skip and everything. And they were able to do approximately, I said 60 other things, but I recalculated closer to 80 spontaneous problems over the last year. So they learned quite a bit by doing all these spontaneous problems. The other part of the competition, the long-term problem, they had to build 2 other carnival games. And the more creative games, the higher their score was. So all the games that they created were from a variety of things. One was a funnel that was game, and that was made out of water hoses, and all got shot down through the funnel and into garbage cans. The other one was the tossing game that we told you about with the balsa structure. And the third game, they had a tree that they designed that swayed back and forth. And then they built a crossbow that shot water droplets into the flaming tree. Their theme was protecting the forest. So one of the games was lumbering launch, because of lumbering of the forest. Another one was littering. That was a funnel called literal. And the third game that they built was called what? Raining on Flames of Horror, because the tree was on fire. Not real, fake. Okay, but anyway, they're extremely excited to go to Worlds, and we want to thank the school board for helping us out.
Good evening, school board members. My name is Rose Lance. I am the high school coach for also a team balsa. On my team, I have students here that are going to say who they are and what role they play on the team. But I do want to point out we actually have 2 team members that are celebrating their 10th year on Odyssey of the Mind. And that is Michaela Lance and Doris Swanner. And they've been with me since 1st and 2nd grade, so I've been with them a long time. At the regional competition that was held in March, the team placed 2nd. And at the state competition that was in April, we took 1st place, and that has qualified us to move on. So I will turn it over to the students.
I'm Michaela Lance. I'm in 10th grade. I'm a weight placer and also the structure builder. The structure weighs 15 grams, and at regionals it held 985 pounds, and at states it held 1,185 pounds. I'm Doris Steiner. I'm a junior, and I helped build the props, and I was the contestant in the skit who played the 3 carnival games. I'm Amanda Wooldarner. I'm in 10th grade. I am the Barker Boozy Skeleton. I helped write the script and create the props.
I'm Rebecca Betts. I'm in 9th grade. I helped to create the script and the props, and I'm a peacock. I'm the fan that helps the contestant.
I'm Rachel Wooldarner. I'm in 10th grade. I helped to build the props, and I was Carlos Santana and Frida Kahlo, and I also helped with this.
I'm Samuel Best. I'm in 12th grade. I help build props and I help move the weights forward for the structure, as well as I played Hugo Sanchez within the skit.
I'm Adam Brightfield. I'm in 12th grade, and I helped make the props, and I also was a weight placer for our structure. And I'm also going to tell you a little bit about our long-term solution for this year. So the problem that we were given was to make a carnival. It was the same as the elementary schoolers who are also qualifying for Worlds. And we had to have 3 games. So the first game we chose is a structure toss game, where we have a shovel and we throw the structure 7 feet over a bar. And that's one of the requirements we have to have before weight placing. Then the second game we chose is it's a coffin puzzle game where we assemble a puzzle of a skeleton cat, and it like walks up the coffin and it opens to reveal a skeleton. And then our third game is a form of plinko, which we call skeleto. And we drop the plinko pieces and they reach the bottom and hit a trip switch, which lights a skeleton in the background of the plinko board. And we drop 3 of them to reveal a full skeleton skull. And I don't know if I mentioned, but the overall theme of our skit is Day of the Dead, which is why it's all pretty much Halloween themed.
Thank you again.
Thank you.
sounds like a very interesting challenge to work on. Thank you. Again, I would like to thank our advisors, Ms. Weichel, Ms. Nace, Mrs. Lowry, and Mrs. Lands, for serving as advisors and coaches to these fine young men and women. I've been at many board meetings where they've attended to recognize our Odyssey of the Mind students, and they've put a lot of time and effort into working with students. And we can see from elementary to middle school to high school, you know, what has been accomplished. So thank you very much for your hard work. And students, keep up the great work. We're really proud of you. And now I'll call Dr. Malinowski to the podium, who will be recognizing Cedar Crest High School Students of the Month.
Thank you, Mr. Schlegel. I'd first like Emily Curran to come forward. It's my pleasure to introduce you to our April Student of the Month, Emily Curran. She is here with, she is the daughter of Tom and Debbie Curran. Mom is with us tonight. Mom, please stand. Mrs. Curran, congratulations. Emily is the president of Model United Nations, vice president of Sky, Earth, Environmental Club, co-treasurer of Spanish Club, secretary of the class of 2019, section leader in marching band, and is a member of the National Honor Society and the Girls Lacrosse team. Emily has won numerous awards, including honors in district band in 2017, 18, and 19, and regional band in 2018. Her future plans are to attend Duquesne University and major in chemistry with a minor in music. Congratulations to Emily and the entire Curran family. Next, I'd like to introduce you to our May Students of the Month, Sarah Fields and Tara Fessler. I'm going to ask Sarah to come forward first. Sarah is the daughter of Glenn and Julie Fields that are with us tonight. I'd like them to stand to be recognized. She is involved with various clubs and activities, include Students for Christ, P Club, Blue Course, and Mini-Thon. She is a member of the Christ Presbyterian Church, where she sings in the adult choir and attends Sunday school classes. Sarah volunteers at Cedar Haven, Gretna Glen, and works in our coffee shop here at the school, as well as part-time at Golden Corral. She has learned excellent customer service skills from these two jobs. Sarah is a huge Chicago Bears fan, as well as a supporter of all of our Falcons here, as she is an avid fan attending many athletic events and school activities. She can be found every day in the same spot, greeting people with a smile every morning. She is well liked by her peers and is a conscientious and responsible young woman with a positive attitude and hopeful personality. Her future plans are to obtain full-time employment. Congratulations to Sarah and the entire Fields family. Next, I'd like Ms. Tara Fessler to please come forward. Tara is the daughter of Miranda Hitz and Heath Fessler and a stepdaughter to Kyle Hitz. Jim and Jewel Fessler are her grandparents, and they have been important caretakers in her life. She's here tonight with Mom Miranda. Can you please stand to be recognized? Tara is a member of Match Club, Drama Club, and Mini-Thon Club. She's an active member of the Mount Wilson Church and Youth Group. In her free time, she enjoys horseback riding, reading, and drawing, and I have one of her drawings proudly displayed in my office. She has a part-time job after school at Wise Markets in the deli department. During her senior year, Tara has taken advantage of all the opportunities available to her, as well as in her classroom, as well as in school. She maintains a positive and respectful working relationships with adults and students. She is the manager of our coffee shop in Falcon Perch, where she has proven to be a valuable asset to the business. Her dedication, dependability, and good sense of humor is always impressive. She is a devout and hardworking student who conscientiously does her best. She's committed to self-improvement and being a lifelong learner. Her future plans are to obtain full-time employment, and she might consider college one day. Her dream job is to open an animal rescue center. Congratulations to Tara and the entire Feston family. And last but definitely not least, it is my honor to introduce you to Cedar Crest High School's Senior of the Year, Miss Hannah Shirey. There are so many things. Just go out. There are so many things we as a school admire about Hannah, and it's much more than her accomplishments. Hannah has been deeply involved with our school and has held leadership roles since she was a freshman. She was captain of the field hockey and lacrosse teams, class of 2019 secretary for freshman and sophomore years, and vice president for final 2 years. A member of Key Club, a news anchor for the morning announcements, a peer tutor, a member of National Honor Society, our media club, and peer mediation. Also, she founded an English after-school tutoring program here at the high school. Yes, she has a very strong academic drive and a passion for education that will lead her to study education at Lebanon Valley College in the hopes of becoming a future Falcon educator. Her bravery, altruistic nature, and genuine kind spirit has no bounds. She has demonstrated multiple times how she does what is right, even if she is standing alone, and that is more important than anything. Hannah is also a Falcon Friend, which is a group that helps regular education students and special education students create social connections. She is one of our go-to students for student ambassadors who welcomes new students to our district and a big sister mentor to an elementary school student. What many of these clubs have in common is that they all create a more accepting school climate, and that is what we want for all of our students here at the high school. Hannah has even found time to volunteer for the Salvation Army, Caitlin Smiles, Cedar Crest Open House and Freshman Camp, Pennsylvania Student Council Conference, and Toys for Tots. She is also a hostess at the Gin Mill and works at the Mount Gretna Lake and Beach. Hannah Shirey is the epitome of a Falcon. She makes the world a better place every single day. She stands up for injustice, and her peers know that bullying or picking on others will not be tolerated by her. Mrs. Knight told me a story about Hannah, of how she mentioned her name in front of a shy, socially awkward classmate earlier this year, and a smile came across the student's face, and the student said quietly, "I love Hannah." And then she went on to explain that Hannah was the only one of her peers who befriended her when she was moved into the Cornwall-Lebanon school district in elementary school, and Hannah continued to be her friend through the remaining years in school. So this altruism is natural and has emerged in Hannah even as a child. During our faculty meeting, when we were selecting our student of the year, numerous teachers came out to support her. There's no other one like her. Others may have the grades, the support of our school, the pride in our school, but there is no one like Hannah. She naturally makes others feel safe, acknowledged, accepted, and cared for. It is her best quality. She has not only changed our school, but will change the world through her community service or her work as a future educator. Congratulations, Hannah, and thank you for making Cedar Crest High School in our Falcon community a better place. You are admired by so many, and we cannot wait to see you in the classroom, making a difference and molding future generations. Hannah is here this evening with her parents, Jack and Leslie Shirey. I'd like them to stand, as well as her siblings, Rachel and Luke, and grandparents, Rita and Rob Gingrich. Please stand to be recognized. Cedar Crest High School's class of 2019 Senior of the Year.
Hello, everyone. Okay, I'm going to try to get through this without crying. Bear with me. Okay. As most people know, I absolutely love Cedar Crest. Ever since I was in elementary school, I enjoyed going to school. Aside from the early mornings, school has always been something I genuinely look forward to. Crest High School that I would wish to be a Student of the Year. I decided to talk briefly with you today about why exactly I love Cedar Crest so much. The first thing that comes to mind is the endless amount of opportunities I've been given throughout my time in the Cornwall-Lebanon School District. When I was in 6th grade, peer mediation, which is a problem-solving group that works to settle disputes between classmates, was brought to my attention. I applied to be a peer mediator and got the position. This initiated my desire to one day become a school counselor. Now, as a senior, I am still a peer mediator at the high school and have had many successful mediations. In addition, I still plan to one day pursue a master's in school counseling after first being an English teacher. This is just one small example of how something as simple as a middle school club can be considered an opportunity here at Cedar Crest. Other examples include Project Life, athletics, a wide variety of class options, and participating in the school's media programs. I also love Cedar Crest because of all of the absolutely amazing people it has introduced me to. My friends, teachers, administrators, coaches. One mentor that immediately comes to mind is my guidance counselor, Mrs. Knight. When I had my first meeting with Mrs. Knight in 10th grade, we immediately clicked. I remember leaving her office thinking of her as more than just a counselor, but a friend. From then on, we met regularly. She inspires students, including myself, to be themselves and to always be kind. Again, Mrs. Knight is just one example of someone Cedar Crest has introduced me to that has impacted my life. There are plenty of others. Mr. Schwalm, Mrs. Gerhardt, Dr. Zria, and the list goes on. These people have largely contributed to my love for school and my passion to learn. And finally, I love Cedar Crest because of its dedication towards bettering its students. During my time here at Cedar Crest, several different programs and activities have been implemented into school policy. One example being Key Period, which is devoted to helping students pass their keystones. Another example of a system that was just implemented this school year is the Falcon Pride system, which encourages students to demonstrate the school's values, all while earning winks of praises for their good behavior. I would like to thank Dr. Malinowski and all the other principals, as well as the school board, for allowing students of the Cornwall-Lebanon School District to participate in these organizations and programs. You have allowed us to learn in an environment in which students like myself are able to strive and reach our individual potential. I can confidently say that I would not be the student or person I am today if I did not attend Cedar Crest High School. I am more than honored to be selected as Cedar Crest High School's Student of the Year and plan on continuing to represent Cedar Crest with great pride. Thank you.
Congratulations, Hannah. We have so many talented and bright students here, and it's ever been courtesy and to be honored as Cedar Crest High School is such an honor and such an accomplishment, and we are so proud of you. I'm trying to pull back my tears. It's okay. You've earned it, and we're proud of you. And your speech was wonderful. You told us a lot about you, which was good.
Dr. Malinowski said write about anything, and I was like, well, I love Cedar Crest, here we go.
So thank you very much. And to parents, to grandparents, and family members, thank you for being with us. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
And you can see the plaque says superior performance. So that certainly is indicative of you, superior performance.
Thank
So
you.
Thank you so much, and
Thank
good
you.
luck to you in your future.
Thank you.
And now I'll turn the meeting over to Dr. Demensic for a few words.
Thank you, Mrs. Schlegel. And just congratulations to all of our students, our Odyssey of the Mind teams, and best of luck to those of you that are going on to Worlds as well. Also to our Rotary Students of the Month, and certainly to our Senior of the Year, and congratulations to you. We're very proud of all the accomplishments. We thank all of you for coming out this evening so that we can recognize you. And for our seniors, we're looking forward to seeing you at all of the events that we have as we culminate, all the culminating events and celebrations that we have at the end of the school year, and certainly with commencement next Friday. So we'd ask if everyone could stick around for a few minutes. Members of the board would like to come out and greet everyone in attendance. And once again, thank you so much for coming out and for parents for all your support and provide for you.